Welcome to the Daily Dig with Debbie. Today we're talking meat. Anytime that I am able to get meat cheap that goes on sale, I stock up. I get bulk buying. We're looking at buying our half a cow again this year, and I may buy a whole pork from a farmer that's selling them here. But for now, we're just surprised how much meat costs in the market. But today we had a good sale. These are beef and pork blend for $8. I got 2 pounds, so that's $4 a pound. The ground turkey, $10.99 for 3 pounds. They had 1 pound of ground turkey for $5, and I started to grab 4 of those, thinking, okay, I'll just get a $20 worth. Well, that was 2 pounds of that already cost as much as I would get this for at $10.99. So I am going to be breaking these apart into chubs of 1 pound. That way we can bring them out. So buying bulk is really one of the keys if you can get things on sale. And then I have the pork loin. This is $1.99 a pound, where it's normally $2.99 a pound. And then this is what I can. So that's going to be in another video. So I'll be doing that later this week. So anytime you can get a meat in bulk, then buy it. And then I'm going to show you in a few moments all the different ways that I disperse these. For my hamburger, I'm going ahead and putting some of the ingredients in now. I have cut up onion, garlic. I put in some Mexican cheese. I love the liquid smoke, and definitely my go-to for all the seasonings. I put in Worcestershire, and I put a little bit of the soy sauce for the salt. And then what I'm doing right now is this is horseradish cheddar. If you have never had horseradish cheddar cheese, I'd encourage you, give it a try. Okay, so I made 12 patties. And these are pretty good sized patties, as you can see. That's my hand, and it goes over my hand some. And I paid $8 for the 2 pounds, so $4 a pound. That's $16 for all of the meat. Now, I added my own ingredients in it, the onions, the garlic, the cheese, seasoning in. So all of that is already done. And because I've done it ahead of time, that flavor will get in there but by the time I'm ready to cook it. I'm going to freeze some of these, and then I'm going to cook some of these this week for our meal. But $1.50 for a hamburger that size, buying in bulk, can put the labor up front. Very easy if you have to come home at night and maybe cook and forgot to take something out. This is something very easy you can get out, or you can take it out in the day. Okay, for the ground turkey, when we pick it up, we're going to get it in chunks, especially the way that I bought it. It's coming out just in big chunks. And those were 3 pounds, so I just kind of eyeballed it and cut it in half. One may have a little bit more than the other. Again, if you could do a lot of work ahead of time, it makes your life easier, like when you need it, you have it. Now, if you buy chubs of meat in the store, they're somewhat like this. This is my last of my cow from last year. 1 pound of hamburger left. I've been saving it. But when you're doing these, or any kind of meat that you're storing, what I want you to do is, and you can leave that little air, is flatten them. Freeze them flattened. Reason being is when you need to take it out, it's going to defrost a lot faster than if you had it in a chub like this or like this. So just flatten it. It also stores easier in your freezer. When you flatten it, they can just stack up on each other. So I encourage you to do that. Okay, so then I just put all the information on the front of these and I freeze them. Now, if you have a vacuum sealer, and know that you're not going to be using them right away, I'd encourage you to use that. So if you can get meat, take the time ahead of when you plan on cooking it, and kind of combine it all together. That'll save you time in the kitchen during the week. I hope you found this tip helpful. Thank you for coming by the Daily Dig with Debbie, and you have yourself a beautiful, awesome day.